Hi, so this video is going to cover a brand new product from VFX Workshops. It is the Premium Cinematic Action Set A. This is meant to be used with Photoshop, CS5 and CS6. It's really easy to use, it's really fast, and I am going to go over how we load the action into Photoshop, and I'm going to assign these actions to a variety of images so we can actually take a look how we can utilize them. So the first thing that I'm going to do is go up here on the Actions menu, and I am going to load that particular action. So once you download the action, you just want to select it and hit load. So that's going to load in all of these actions. If you click on this arrow, it's going to open up all of these images. And the most important thing is that your images need to be flat. So I also have created a flatten image action that you can use, so you need to make sure that these images are actually flattened before you can use these individual actions. So I am going to minimize this sample file, and I'm going to use a couple of photos here that I have selected just so we can go over them. Let's start with this one here. This is the one that actually is the preview image that I have used. So what I want to be able to do is use a variety of colors. You know, sometimes in my workflow, it's really important for me to be able to quickly assign colors just so I can see what type of mood that I'm going for, what kind of effects I'm trying to apply to images, and it really helps when you have these organized and easily in action, so you can actually do these things with just a simple click. So in this case, I basically have my image. As you can see here, it says background, and that's the most important thing. So let's say if you actually drag and drop images from other files into your canvas, just make sure to flatten the image. That's the most important thing. So in this case, you can see that I have a background in layer 1. These actions will not work. So you just want to make sure to click on this flatten action and make sure that the image is flattened. So it's going to say background, and then you can assign these different type of actions. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the first one, haunted. All you want to do is basically select that individual action layer and simply go to the play button and hit play. So what that's going to do, it's immediately going to assign that particular action. And up here, I made it so you are able to adjust the contrast. It's not going to be the same with each image. You know, whether you're using photography, a concept painting that you have, or even if you have landscape photography, you need to make absolutely sure to make adjustments, because these will not work perfectly out of the box for any image. And that's the reason we have this particular curve. So I'm going to double click on it, and I'm going to click on the middle. So with the top, I'm able to adjust the white value and then the black down here. So what I want to do is obviously go in and make certain adjustments so it actually looks exactly what I may be using this particular image with in the contrast and different type of values. So it's really easy to do this. So I'm going to get rid of these two. As you can see, it says before. That's the way the action is set up, so it shows you the before and after file. But again, I want to make absolutely sure that I select flatten image and flatten my image before I assign any of these other ones. So I'm going to select war zone. Let's try this one. So again, I can go into my curves and make certain type of adjustments to the image. So I'm gonna try a few more. Let me flatten my image just so you can see that we can get a variety of looks very easily and very, very fast. And that's the cool thing about these actions, that you really don't have to wait a long time. You can try them easily and see what you personally like. So I'm going to delete this and flatten my image. Let's select another image here. I'm going to select another photography that's kind of like commercial photography, And if you are using or planning on using these actions for photography, I think it's really important for you to try different colors and different adjustments on a separate layer on top of these, so you have a lot more control. So the first thing that I want to do, I personally really like black and white photography, and turning images into black and white, getting the right contrast and value and sharpness is really, really important. So I am going to use the black and white sharp action. I'm going to select this one, but again, as you can see, it says before, so I want to make sure, even if you have files open, they may say layer 1. You want to make sure to flatten the image. So now it's a background, it's a flat image. I'm going to select my black and white sharp, simply click on the play button, and as you can see, we converted the image very quickly into a very nice sharp image. So if I turn the before and after, you can see that I have really, really good values in here. So the other thing that I want to do is, you can see it says the contrast adjustment is up here. So I'm simply going to click on my curves, and I usually lock the midsection. You can create additional key points in here if you like, and you can go in and adjust a variety of tonal values in here, or you can just click and drag to the side and you can start from scratch. It's really, really simple and easy. So I'm going to click in the middle. I'm going to adjust my values just a bit more. The whites, as you can see, they're really bright, so I am pulling this value down here. So I'm pretty happy with this, and so if you look at if you group these two layers, you can see the before and after is giving us something really, really nice. Okay. So if you want to continue assigning a couple other ones to this image, let's flatten this image real quick. Let's use another one here called Boost. Again, I'm going to adjust my image. I can see in here I have a lot of different values that are just a little bit too bright for me, so I'm going to tone those down. And then just give it a bit more sharp edges and the contrast. I'm really pulling this down because I want to be able to get this really dark. So now I'm going to group these two images so we can see a before and after, and it already looks great. So you can actually continue adding curves or different selections. Like we can actually go in and select color balance. I'm going to select my shadows, and I can still actually go in and change my colors very, very easily. So this kind of gives you a starting point. And so if I go into my group, turn it on and off, you can see we very, very quickly we have achieved a very cool commercial look with this photo. So let's go and select another one. I do have another image here that is a really good one for us to assign these actions. So I'm going to make sure again to flatten the image, and I am going to use Ripper. With that selected, I'm just going to hit play. So as you can see, it already changed some of these values. So I'm going to go in and lift up my blacks just a tiny bit, and it's already given me a very, very interesting look here. You know, if you look at the before and after, if you turn this on and off, you can see we're getting very, very interesting colors that just make the image pop a lot more. And with these deleted, I'm going to flatten the image again. I'm going to click on Dirty Lens and go into my curve. And again, I can go in and make it brighter or darker and make certain adjustments. So these are very, very useful. I mean, I use them all the time in all the conceptual design work that I do, and also for my photography. So these come in very, very handy. So this is a very quick tutorial really, so I will get a couple more images here. Let's select this one. Obviously it is already a background, meaning it's already a flat image. And let's just try vintage plastic. I'm going to click OK. Double click on my curve, and I am going to make a few little adjustments here. Okay, you can see my whites are a little too hot, too bright. And then again, it's literally seconds, you know. Here's the image before and after. That gives us a really nice look on photography. So if you have a lot of your photography, you can easily color correct them and share them on Facebook, or you can email them to your friends and family. So it really gives that very professional, very cinematic type of look. So let's finish this tutorial with the last image that we have here. So you can see there's a lot of strong values already in this. I want to make sure that I flatten my image. I'm going to use Ghost, hit play, go into my curve adjustment. Going to delete this. I'm actually going to try a couple other ones. You know, sometimes some photos that you've taken or some of the images are not going to always perfectly work out of the box. So you need to try a couple different ones and play around with this. So as you can see, it didn't work. So I needed to make sure to go in and flatten my image first. So I'll delete these two, flatten my image, and I wanted to try blue steel. Okay, so I'm going to lift up the values in here. Okay, my adjustment layers are not coming up. Let's just try it with another image here real quick. I just want to make sure it's working. Double click. Okay, so it was hidden behind the action window. So I'm going to go back to the image that I was working on. So double clicking on this, I am going to lift up some of my values in here. I just want to make it just a bit more lighter. And then tone this value down. So you can see the before and after, the blood already looks a lot better. And you know, I've used these techniques also in advertising when I was working in movie posters for feature film work. This is really key to sort of utilize these actions and create a workflow for yourself. So that kind of looks interesting. So I'm going to minimize this one and show you that I've assigned another one which I really like. This image turned out to be very, very cool. There's a lot of information. Most of these actions will also give you a certain type of sharpness, which is really great. I'm using low res JPEGs here, so when I zoom in, it's not going to be as sharp as I have these now on the actual size. So try playing around with these. If you have any questions, please contact us at vfxworkshops.com. These actions are available at vfxworkshops.com. Click on the link that says store. It will take you there and you can download them and start using them immediately. So I want to thank you for your time for watching this, and I'm hoping to see some of you posting some of your images or photos that you have maybe applied with these actions at vfxworkshops.com, and hope to see you on the next video. Thank you.